Today on MTG Unpacked, we're cracking open the Golgari guild kit. So this is one of the new guilds of Ravnica guild kits. We looked at the Is It deck yesterday. This one is Golgari, black and green. So what do we get here? We get a deck box, 60 card deck, and a sticker, pin, double-sided tokens, and spin down life counter. And actually you get the special Golgari basic lands as well, so that's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get stuck into this. And if you are not aware, MTG Unpacked now has a Patreon. I'll leave a link to that in the description for this video. So if you want to support the channel and get in on the cool pack cracking goodness at the same time, you might want to check that out. So let's take a look at what we got here. And incidentally, one thing I didn't mention in the previous video, these decks are not standard legal. So they're really more of a, I'm not sure even if they're modern legal, they're a bit of a combination of cards from the various Ravnica blocks. So still would be very fun to play against each other with these. We get a nice spin down, if I can ever get that to focus. Alright, what else? Get a Golgari sticker. I'm guessing it would have to be like that because it looks like a spider. A nice pin here. So which guild are you a fan of? Are you a Is It or Golgari fan or one of the others? You got to stay tuned for the next ones in the next couple of days. We get a nice cool deck box here. And this thing, you get a deck listing and practices of the Golgari Swarm. So a little tough to read there, but if you want to freeze that, try to decipher what they're saying. Fun little flavor text and a nice mini poster here. So that is very nice. That is Izoni, which incidentally is on the foil card here. We get Izoni the Thousand-Eyed, or just Izoni Thousand-Eyed, there's no D there. Legendary creature, elf shaman, 2/3 for a whole stack of mana, so that's 6 mana. Has undergrowth, so when she enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. And you can pay a swamp and forest, sack another creature, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So very nice. And incidentally, these decks, I think they're running for about $25 each. I picked the whole setup at my local game store yesterday for $75, so I thought that was a pretty decent deal. So let's take a look at the mana base first before we get too stuck into anything else. Obviously Golgari, you're going to have a lot of green and black and some non-basic lands. So we'll set the full deck aside there. And we'll also take a look at the new artwork for some of these lands. So we get a Golgari Guildgate. 1, 2, let me guess, 3, 4 of those. Yep. Golgari Rot Farm, of course. So another 4 of those. Oh, that is nice. So we've got some new artwork on the swamps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, and we've got some other cards mixed in here randomly for some reason. And then we'll take a look at the forests, so that's cool as well, some new artwork. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Okay, so about the same number. And this guy, alas, he's banned now. He was flying high early on, but yeah, not in modern anymore. So this is the Deathrite Shaman, creature elf shaman, 1/2 for a single mana, so either a swamp or forest. Tap, exile target land from a graveyard, add 1 mana of any color. Pay a swamp, tap, exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Each opponent loses 2 life. Pay a forest and tap, exile target creature card from a graveyard and you gain 2 life. So you can see he's fairly powerful, probably well-deserved ban. Leave a note in the comments if you agree or disagree. Next up we have another rare, a delightful Lotleth Troll, creature zombie troll. So that's the thing apparently. 2/1 for 2 mana with trample, discard a creature card and put a +1/+1 counter on Lotleth Troll. You can pay a swamp and regenerate Lotleth Troll. And that's another thing, I just remembered all of these cards are from the various Ravnica blocks. So you have original Ravnica, Return Ravnica, and now the Guilds of Ravnica. So see if you can spot some of these older cards. Next up we have the Charnel Troll. Creature Troll 4/4 for 3 mana with trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on Charnel Troll, otherwise sacrifice it. You can pay a swamp and forest, discard a creature card and put a +1/+1 counter on Charnel Troll. So keep pumping that dude up, he gets pretty big in a hurry. Deadbridge Goliath, so 5/5 for 4 mana, creature insect with scavenge 4 and 2 forests. So you pay that cost, exile this card from your graveyard and put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to this card's power on target creature. Scavenge only as a sorcery. So another one, pumping him up. We're all about the big creatures in this deck, I think. Savra, Queen of the Golgari, legendary creature Elf Shaman, could be one for you commander players out there. 2/2 for 4 mana. Whenever you sack a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each other player sacrifices a creature. And whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you may gain 2 life. Seems good. Another legendary creature, this time a zombie elf, Jarad Golgari Lichlord, or Licklord, however you want to say it. 2/2 for 4 mana. He gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Pay 1 and a swamp and a forest. Sack another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's power. And sack a swamp and forest. Return Jarad from your graveyard to your hand. So again, we're seeing some graveyard synergies here. Big creatures and graveyards are the order of the day. Graveshell Scarab. Creature insect 4/4 for, what is that, 5 mana. Pay 1, sack Graveshell Scarab and draw a card. And he has Dredge 1. So what is Dredge? You draw a card. Instead you may put exactly 1 card from the top of your library into your graveyard. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand, otherwise draw a card. Seems good. Hatchery's Spider. Creature Spider 5/7 for 7 mana with Reach and Undergrowth. So when you cast this spell, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You may put a green permanent card with command mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Ooh, that's cool. And creepy. Sisters of Stone Death. Legendary creature Gorgon for 8 mana. Pretty beefy, 7/5. Pay a forest, target creature blocks Sister of Stone Death this turn if able. Pay a swamp and forest, exile target creature blocking or blocked by Sisters of Stone Death, and pay 2 and a swamp, put a creature card exiled with Sisters of Stone Death onto the battlefield under your control. That is pretty good. Abrupt Decay. This was a big one back in the day. Instant for 2. This spell can't be countered and destroy target non-land permanent with command mana cost 3 or less. So some nice creature destruction there. And we get a mythic. Deadbridge Chant. Enchantment for 6. When it enters battlefield, put the top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. So I was going to say that's a bit of milling, but actually you're able to get some of those creatures back. So that seems good. Gaze of Granite. Sorcery for X. 2 swamps, forests. Destroy each non-land permanent with command mana cost X or less. And we've got some tokens here. So we get an insect or a sapling token. And I imagine, yep, so same there, 3, 4, 5 of those. What is your favorite token here, insects or saplings? I'm thinking there's a lot of fungus tribal fans out there, so you're probably betting on the saplings. Next up we have Elves of Deep Shadow, Elf Druid, Glowspore Shaman, Karozda Guildmage, and that artwork is very cool. Always love that one. So we get a couple of those. Plague Crafter, pretty good. Stinkweed Imp. Shambling Shell, a plant zombie. What the heck? That looks like one of the older Ravnica cards. Slum Reaper, creature horror. Rhizome Lurcher, fungus zombie. Golgari Finebroker. Dark Blast, another one that looks like the older style artwork, so we get 2 of those. Necrotic Wound, just 1 of those, okay. And then we're probably going to get a couple of these signets, so you can get some mana out of these. Golgari Signet, useful for mana fixing, 2 of those. Drown in Filth, Golgari Charm, Grizzly Salvage, Treasured Find, Putrefy, Vigor Mortis. That's pretty cool. This creature being formed by different plants, but it's actually a sorcery, it's not a creature. And yep, this is the final card, so Status and Statue. So that is it for the Golgari Guild Kit. Is that one that you are planning to pick up, or are you thinking about the Izzet or any of the others? Stay tuned for those videos in the next couple of days. We'll take a look at those. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released. Thanks for watching and have a great day.